Hey guys, so this is Aaron editing, and just want to say that we don't introduce our guest at all. It is Alex, my brother, and some people say that we sound similar, but enjoy the podcast. Do we want to start? Do we?
5, 4, 3,
2, 1.
Good pod.
Well,
Oh
guess
shoot,
what?
we say that at the end, don't we?
Yeah, I've been recording since
Good pod.
before. Yeah, we say that at the end of podcast. Well, hey, welcome back to another episode of
Hohlers
in
in your drywall. Oh shoot, that's just today because we got a special guest,
Uh-oh.
Alex Hohler.
Yeah.
Hohler in your drywall.
Hohlers in your drywall. You can say stuff. I mean,
No, don't
okay,
speak
nope.
unless spoken
All
to.
right, yep. Roll the intro music.
Yep.
You lost it. Holes in your drywall. Get hired. That's worse than clap.
No, my name's Alex. What's up?
Yeah, for the people listening,
What's up?
Aaron and I were both just looking at Alex, waiting for him to respond, and I think he's a little intimidated because I'm wearing a Greg Oden jersey right now.
Yeah, he was a really good NBA player.
Well, I think that was worse than Clap's entrance. That was like, all right, Clap, tell me about yourself. Hey, my name's Clap.
my
I do
name's
Clap stuff,
dog.
and that was it.
Hey Alex, we wanna get to know you a little bit. So I'm gonna ask you and Aaron to rank your favorite sub shops. You know, favorite place to get a foot long, Steamy Hot Sammy, whatever you get. I don't know.
Okay.
So between Firehouse, Subway, Quiznos, Jersey Mike's, and Jimmy John's, rank those for me. All right.
Okay. Alex, you want to go first?
Yeah,
Since you're the
one
guest.
second. That was a lot.
Yeah. Well, you know,
You can just say which one
I told
your
you
favorite.
to memorize it. So
My favorite would probably be
favorite place to get a foot long. XY.
foot long.
XY.
XY is a pretty good sandwich shop, I hear.
Dang, dude, what do you get?
I do,
XY.
Quality
love, I do
meat.
love some XY.
Yeah, I don't go there for the footlongs. I go there
Are
for
you
the
sure?
claws. Was it in our notes?
I've never had Jersey Mike's before, so I don't know. I like Firehouse, Subway, and Jimmy John's, and I don't eat Quiznos because it's just okay.
I'll have to say my favorite place to get subs is probably in the back of my car. I like 12-inch.
Funny guy.
But in all honesty, I've never had subs, so I'll have to go with Jimmy John's. That's the number one, and that's all I
Yeah.
really care about. Firehouse is not that great to me, and Jersey Mike's, it's literally just like, hey, do you want some grease or do you want some sandwich with your grease?
That's why it's the best. Jersey Mike's Philly cheesesteak. I just plowed one.
Oh,
The
gross.
cheese. The
Listen, I
grease,
love me
the
some
meat.
jerseys, and I also know some Mikes.
Speaking of subs, though, I gotta say this real fast because like back in high school, Britton drove this like '92 Dodge Intrepid that was like all rusted, and like the homies spent I don't know like $300 to $400 on these like giant subs. They were like 15 inches. They took up like most of his trunk.
I remember those.
Yeah,
now.
and he kept his
15-inch
like
subs.
you couldn't hear in his car. It was so loud.
It was
and he
like
was always blasting like Kendrick Lamar and stuff. And then
it did not have a good enough
Did he
sound
just
system.
shake the car?
yeah,
Yeah.
and he kept
it was
it
just
at like
rattling.
It
it
was
was
like
like
one of those.
30, and he's like, I'm not turning it below 30. Like no matter what, even if you needed to talk in there,
Yeah,
it
no,
was
keep
hilarious.
the vibes up.
Did you want to talk more ish on Britain because he's not listening to it?
No, I love Britain.
Yeah. Well, I didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, that car, man, it
Yeah.
just died on us one day.
Yeah, me and Aaron were riding in it, and we were turning into like a quick shop or something.
No, we were literally just turning on 13,
Yeah.
and it just like
The
we're
engine
trying to
just
get
caught
the
on
speed, and
fire.
it just died. And luckily, it died right at the mechanic shop.
Wow, that is really incredible.
Yeah.
I used to have in my old car. I had two 12-inch subwoofers,
Oh my gosh.
and then I gifted that car to my cousin. Well, I didn't gift it; he bought it from
Didn't
my
you
dad.
like destroy it
And
anyway?
then,
Like destroy the engine?
And then
on it?
he wrecked it coming home from Jimmy John's. So I like how
Oh,
we went from subs to subwoofers, and then full circle subwoofers to sub.
dang, we're bringing
wreck.
that Jimmy John story back again.
It's pretty funny if you.
it all
ask me.
makes sense.
Homie couldn't make it.
Jimmy
0.2
John's.
miles home. Had to unwrap the garg.
Jimmy John's is the like main villain behind this. Also, I want to give a shout out to last week I was telling that puke story, and my friend Garrett Holmes was actually the one in the story. He's like, "Hey, I have no shame. You can say my name." I was
Oh,
like,
he wants the free clout.
It's not clout.
Follow
It's
him
not
on
free.
G
That's
baby.
clout. There's
It's not free. It was
no
20
such
bucks.
thing as bad press.
It was $20. His throw up.
Oh,
So Yeah,
That's
he's
true.
like, yeah, you can call me out. I don't care. So here we are. I'm calling you out.
So why did Garrett drink that much?
Yeah, what is he, an alcoholic?
Well, I mean,
I'm just kidding, Garrett.
he's still
Thanks
in
for
school.
puking.
Yeah,
We appreciate it.
he's still in school,
We
so he
appreciate
can't
a
be an
good
alcoholic.
puke. Hey, Alex, you ever have a good puke or a good Aaron puke story?
I mean, like
Closer.
the first time I drank Fireball.
So high school.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Back
grade?
in high school, I was
Eighth
just
grade.
raging all the time. No.
My friend's bar mitzvah. The Fireball was just flowing.
I've got a weak stomach. One time I took one Jello shot.
One Jello shot.
One Jello shot, and that did it. I threw up everywhere.
Where was that at?
That was in my house.
Just a random Tuesday afternoon.
Yeah, we were playing Fortnite, having some jelly shots. No dice, dude.
Yeah.
Another time, I had Aaron bought the bomb sauce for
No.
you Wing fans. Oh, Alex, you
That was
bought
actually
the sauce?
my Christmas present from him.
Yeah, I got
thank
that
God
for
we're
him for
talking about this
Christmas.
right now. Then,
Yeah, dude, that stuff. Oh my gosh, man.
yeah, thanks for buying that sauce, dude.
Did you try it?
Yeah, so I tried it.
I brought it to like Blake's house one time because we were having people over. I bought like 20 nuggets because I was like, hey, if I'm bringing it, people will have to try it. I also brought milk.
Yeah, so
I thought of things.
I had like the smallest possible amount of this sauce.
It was like the
and
last
then-
dab.
and then 2 glasses of milk. I didn't drink them that fast. I kind of spaced it out, and then we started playing a drinking game, and it was Death Cup. I had to chug 2 like little small cups of beer in the game, just very small amounts of beer.
And he doesn't like beer too, so that just
Two
adds to
two
it.
small cups of beer, vom everywhere.
Oh man.
Pukey. So I'm gonna kind of blame you
Because
for that.
of
if
the
you bought
bomb sauce? How was
Yeah,
that?
indirectly. It's
No, I think
because
it
you
was
drank
your
so
fault,
much
man.
milk.
I think it was.
Why
'cause of
weren't
the
you
beer.
drinking almond milk?
Hey, do you guys know how you milk an almond?
Do almonds have nipples?
Do you caress the almond? They're definitely a directional shaped.
It definitely
Nut.
has to be pregnant.
That was so
I thought it had to be that time of the month.
I don't know about that. Sorry.
My favorite part about Alex is that he keeps his face so straight when he tells a joke.
Dude,
For a
he's
second there, I second guessed myself, and I was like,
dude, he is the worst liar to our mom. Or like he'll try and like joke with my mom, but like you can always tell because he'll say something and he'll be like, he'll have like a little smile. He'll be like,
It's called trolling.
yeah.
It's an art.
it's true.
Both of you are the biggest trolls ever.
But he'll just like say something. He's like, and she's like, is that true? He's like, yeah. And like she's like, oh, okay, yeah,
She believes it when you're cracking up?
yeah.
Oh, come on, Gina.
Uh,
I'm sorry. I know you're listening to this. Don't trust either of your sons. They're both dirty, rotten liars. I would never lie to
Whoa.
my mom.
Whoa.
Shout
Dude,
out,
it's-
Becky.
Yeah. All right, we're gonna call our
That was
moms out, really?
hardcore.
No, I'm just kidding. They're good kids,
Yeah.
usually.
Usually, yeah.
Sometimes they get a little carried away in the sauce and
Sometimes.
buy sauce that makes me throw up
Hey, did you ever fight with your brother when you were younger?
all the time.
Like,
Aggressively, we'd throw hands.
Aggressively?
yeah. How aggressive?
Like we had one good couch in our living room, and so we would try to share the couch, and naturally he would always lay down, and so I couldn't lay down, so I'd have to sit up, and then he would touch me with his feet.
What?
Second he touched me with his feet, I'd punch him in the arm. Then he'd
Oh, you
punch
know-
me
you
in
know
the
feet
arm,
guy?
and then we start punching each other.
Like full punches?
Yeah, oh yeah. That was like every other day we'd full punches.
That's such a weird thing to fight about, though, man.
I hate
What?
feet.
What?
I hate feet. Yeah.
So, like, if I put my feet kind of towards you.
No, you got socks on, so
So
it's
do you not?
chill.
Oh, so you just straight up bare feet?
Yeah.
Do you not suck on toast? Why are you guys looking at me like I'm weird?
What?
Okay, you don't even talk to girls, so I know you don't suck
Yeah.
on toes.
Hey, did we ever fight when we were younger?
I mean, yeah.
I don't believe that.
There was this
Did
thing-
it ever get physical?
Oh,
I mean, we'd like wrestle, or we'd do some wrestling.
Like-
you know?
like
yeah, we'd
fun
wrestle.
wrestling.
We'd wrestle.
It would never be fun when my brother and I wrestled because he would put the pain on me.
He'd
and-
lay down the
It was,
hammer.
yeah, it was never like anything like super crazy. Aaron would do this thing when we were really young,
Don't even.
and he'd look at me with like this evil face, and he'd be like, and then he would just start crying like a lot, and my mom would be upstairs and she'd be like, Alex, what are you doing to him? And then like come down there and like get really mad at me.
Yeah.
It was scary.
Here's the thing. When we
Wait,
start,
so nothing would prompt you to do this? You just start crying?
I don't remember it. So
No,
it
he
didn't
just
happen.
straight up do it.
I don't remember it.
It's
But
evil.
here's the thing: when we started getting older, Alex would like hit me or something, and I'd like, all right, I'm old enough to hit back. But he would run. He would run to our mom.
I don't think that's true.
No, 100%. I remember this.
I can't believe you do that as the older brother. That's just wrong.
Yeah, he'd hit me and then run away to mom. Mom, if you're listening, can you
Alex,
confirm this?
As a little brother, I'm really disappointed in you.
I don't think that's true.
Yeah.
My
No,
older
true.
my
It's
older
not
brother
true.
beating me up repetitively was one of the best things that could have ever happened. You can tell when
Very
kids
humbling.
when kids are only childs. Like some kids did not get
Yeah,
punched
that's-
enough
yeah.
when they were little kids.
Clap.
That's true.
Clap didn't get punched enough. His sister did not beat up on him enough. His younger sister.
That's true.
Yeah.
Hey, so I wanted to kind of open up about my first memory of you guys.
Okay.
Yeah.
So here that goes. So for those of you that don't know, we were all once in Fight Out at Wichita State.
P-I-J-D-O-D-E-T.
Aaron was my pledge poppy, but before that ever happened, we had a little brotherhood retreat, and I think it was just the three of us driving up. And
Oh yeah, that was some good times.
Since I was the freshman, I had the privilege of driving and buying the gas.
Oh, I mean, you never asked for money back, but it's like, did you want to take my crappy Honda Accord, or did you want to take his crappy Honda Civic?
No, did I have the did I have a Civic or a Chevy Cavalier?
Yeah, it's like, you
It's like
really
no
want
cruise
those
control.
options.
Fair point. So we're driving like 2 hours out there, maybe an hour and a half. I don't remember exactly.
It was like it was by
It's
Arc
probably
City,
not.
so
So
probably hour 30.
anywho, towards the end of the drive, maybe 10 minutes left. You know when you start really turning the music up and vibing. So Aaron says, "Hey, dude, hand me your phone." And then out of nowhere, he plays Blink-182, "I Miss You," and I was caught so off guard because it starts off pretty chill, and then "Where are you?" and I'm so sorry. And I've got both Hohlers just screaming this, and I'm like, "Oh, these guys are funny. These guys are good."
Dude, that was my jam.
Yeah, that was pure comedy. Is what that was.
Man, you sound just like him. Norby.
You know Norby?
I don't know
No.
if you ever met him.
You never met Norby?
No,
Dang.
describe him for me and our listeners because no one knows.
He's a Filipino exchange student from
Philippines. He is Filipino
Oh,
he's
from the
he's
Philippines.
an awesome dude.
He was a
he's a great
Filipino
time.
exchange student from Russia.
He was
He's just funny.
He's like a
just
Philippine.
fun to
What
hang out
about
with.
him? You just brought him up.
Philippine,
Isn't it-
like Gilbert, essentially. Just kind of goofy.
For those that don't know, Gilbert is our Indian friend who is hilarious and we
Yeah.
love him. But anyways, Norby, what about him?
He just liked the way I sang that song. It really really rang out to him. He was
I
like,
don't know.
"Oh, you sing it so well, man."
You sing it just like him.
I could tell the amount of angst in your voice.
Yeah.
You really had a bad.
You're really
adolescence.
going through something right
so
now.
angsty.
I bet that sounded good in Britain's subwoofers.
I forgot.
No, we didn't know about that song in high school. Oh no.
Oh, seriously, dude?
Wow, phone's
Wow.
going off. Who is it?
Ruined
Is
the
it
pod.
Norby? Is it Norby asking
Norby's
for a
listening.
duet?
No. It's his girlfriend. Dude, can't you tell her you're on a pod, a famous pod? Do you have anything that you
I'm
want
gonna
to tell
text
her? Okay.
Another time we were driving together, we went to St. Louis for a basketball tournament.
Oh, that was a
our
good
Spanish.
time.
And,
Putting Britain in the third row.
yeah. And again, I had the pleasure of driving this time with a different car.
Oh, do you think the Hondas were gonna make it?
And so we get there, and for some reason, obviously there's no parking, but for some reason they convinced me to park in like an emergency vehicle parking
No.
right across the street from the stadium.
Yeah,
And they're
it
like,
was-
"Yeah,
you guys were
probably
running
won't
late.
get a ticket here."
Yeah.
And so we park directly across the street from the stadium in a parking spot labeled for emergency vehicles only.
Well, we weren't
I
there.
didn't even notice.
That's the thing.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
We
What?
left because we're like, man, they have to move the car. Let's go get seats. They'll figure it out because you're on clap time. So
Yeah. So them figuring out was taking advantage of me and making me park there. Got the
Dude, I
parking
don't even remember
ticket.
that. I'm sorry.
What, you don't remember the parking ticket?
No.
We won it in the city of
It's
St. Louis.
Haven't paid it.
Yeah, we
Have
can't
no
go
intention
back.
of paying it.
We can't go back.
Oh my god.
They know our
I'm not
faces.
welcome to St. Louis.
Yeah.
I got kicked out.
I didn't plan on ever going back there again.
Honestly, would I do it again in a different Airbnb? Oh yeah, 100%.
we talk about what happened in that Airbnb?
No. It's
Or
just
what happened directly outside of it?
yeah, just
I
not a
don't know
good
about
time.
that. Yeah.
Anyways, moving on.
I'm sorry, Reed. I didn't mean to give you a ticket or get you given a ticket.
Dude,
It's okay.
remember when
Don't
that waiter
forgive you,
challenged you to like eat the 8-patty burger and your
Oh my gosh, that guy was so condescending.
your girlfriend
that
wouldn't
server
let you
at
have
Steak and
this.
Steak and Shake.
Yeah.
Steak and Shake. So Steak and
That
Shake
was
has this
weird.
burger with like 8 patties on it,
Something like that.
and this waiter's approach was very, very interesting. I think he just thought he was like one of the boys.
Yeah.
Like,
He was
Oh,
trying
there
all
were,
these,
like-
offensive comedy bits in front of us.
There were-
They were like super offensive.
So, hey,
Yeah.
you guys ready for this? Hey, I've been practicing this all week.
Yeah.
You tried this on the family of 4. They
he
did
came
not
in
like
like
it.
Dave Chappelle, but with none of the name recognition, and it was just like, "Oh, dude, your girlfriend. Like, you'll never get a girlfriend if you can't eat these 8 patties." It's like, back
you-
off, dude. I'll take them anyways.
Did you finish it?
Well, yeah, he did talk me into getting it, I guess. So
Well-
he kind of won that battle, but
Dude, I felt so sick after eating there. I don't know.
That was
Just
not
feel
yeah,
good.
that was not a good stop on the like beginning of a road trip back.
yeah,
not the
8
move.
patties didn't sit well in
Dude,
my
you know
stomach
what-
for some
you know what
weird
else we-
reason.
You know what else we
coming?
Or like the fries and the shake.
Oh my goodness.
Or the steak and the shake. Yeah.
What's the worst combination you think you could put in your stomach?
Oh, you talking like food?
Yeah, every Sunday night after
It's
playing lacrosse,
cigarettes and liquor.
Like laxatives.
That's a good point. Every Sunday night after playing lacrosse, I used to eat Five Guys and then Baskin Robbins in the same night.
Because they were right next to each other.
Yeah, and I would hurt for the whole week because of it.
Ice cream and cheeseburger?
Yeah, but it's like a lot of food, and it's after being out in the hot sun.
That's fair.
But I habitually
I think
did
if you
that.
mix anything with Taco Bell, you're just like you need to apologize to your body.
One time I threw up in the
Taco Bell
taco
bathroom?
shop,
Oh,
taco shop bathroom. Yeah,
The one over by Wichita State?
No, the one by his old house.
there's a taco shop on Douglas and Hillside, and they have unlimited tacos on Monday nights. So people will just like sit in there with a book and read and stuff.
I don't
stomach
know.
couldn't
Do
handle
people
it.
actually do that, or are you just trying to say that so you feel better about yourself?
Dude, I saw John eat like, I don't know, like 14 to like, it was like 18 tacos. It was insane.
An
On one of
unhealthy
those
amount.
nights.
The record set by our friend group, I think one of our friends did 23.
Oh my gosh.
My record is like 12, and then I threw up like a wimpy amount.
You sound like you throw up a lot, man.
Yeah, Reed's got a super weak stomach.
Yeah.
Me too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
prove it.
Yeah.
Throw up right
I'll
now.
throw up right now.
Yeah. Hey, I want to give a like while we're searching the stuff. If you're interested, you can support this podcast on Anchor.
No, they don't want the link to your OnlyFans.
Well, Alex, it's not an OnlyFans. We got to clarify that because Alex thought we were like, oh, you guys have a Patreon? No, we don't. It's literally on our Anchor website.
Was that an app?
Yeah, it's actually where our podcast is.
yeah, if you
can
want to
listen-
give us money so we can afford our Quibi subscriptions, because right now Quibi is running us dry.
Dude, that's like $17 a month.
I thought it was like only 10.
Alex, do you watch the 3 Quibi shows that we assigned for you for this podcast?
Yeah.
Or are we going to have to kick you off right here, right now?
Yeah, I did.
Did you watch Jimmy Tatro's show on there?
I didn't know he had a show on there.
He has one. Him and Christian.
This morning I saw an ad for a Quibi show, and it was a
Golden
famous
Arm?
actress. I can't remember who, but it was about her best friend that was a sex doll that came to life, and it was just the two of them.
Is that the
taking
Anna
on life.
Kendrick show?
Yeah, Anna
Yeah.
Kendrick.
Yeah.
Whoa, what?
You don't know who that is?
No, I
From
know
Pitch
it is.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, so her best friend's a sex doll, and so Alex, if you could give your full in-depth review of that.
Yeah, I watched it and it was okay.
Is it like kind of like the Dave scene where he has the legs and stuff?
The what?
The Dave scene? The scene, like the 3rd episode of Dave?
Yeah, no, I know what you're talking about,
Talking
but
about the
this
little
is just
Dicky show?
horrendous for podcast listeners.
I'm sorry.
Hey, that one time in Dave.
What?
Dude, that was the only episode I've seen, and it's just like, that's what stuck with me.
Dave is funny.
Because, like, I walked in, and you guys were watching it, I was like, what am I watching? Oh, is this what it's about?
Lil Dicky is much better as an actor and a TV show writer than a rapper.
Are you,
You
sure
think
about
so?
that?
In 2015, Lil Dicky released an album with like 10 songs trying to convince us that he was a real rapper. One of them was even called professional rapper, and it was a discussion between him and Snoop Dogg about if he's a real rapper or not. And then 5 years later, here we are. The only song he's put out after convincing us that he's a real rapper is Earth, with the worst rap verse I've ever heard in my entire life.
We love you, Africa.
I do love Joel Embiid in that song, but Lil Dicky's part is horrendous.
I mean, he's kind of in the same boat as like TMG and Lonely Island to me, even though Lonely Island's like straight satirical in a way. I don't know. That's how I feel about him. Alex, how's your music been? You know?
Yeah, for those of you that don't know,
I got booked at Coachella next year.
Yeah, next year.
No, I'm just kidding.
I
it's
actually
just a
got
hobby.
it this year since everybody was canceling.
Yeah, for those of you that don't know, Alex is in a little band. It's called Tame Impala.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about changing my name to The Holes.
Really?
That's good.
Yeah. I don't know.
I feel like that's gonna be taken.
The Holes?
Yeah.
But spelled with Hohles.
Oh.
Not just The Holes. The Holes.
Dude.
The holes.
Yeah.
I'm gonna change our podcast. Holes, Hohles.
But how do you incorporate Reed's name into it?
Holes in your lineup.
Holes.
Or read your holes.
I can't think of anything. I'd have to think about
Hole
it.
your read.
Whoa. I feel like we're just
Read hole.
Reed Holder.
Big read hole.
Yeah.
But yeah, Alex, so I do want to talk to you about your musical career here because I had no idea. Like, Aaron was telling me that you were learning how to play guitar and that like you could play Cherry Wine by Hozier. Which
that's a fun one.
Yeah.
Which props to you because that like takes some serious picking.
To be fair, he's had lessons before.
Yeah, you're just jealous because you can't play it. But so Aaron just gave me a little snippet, and then out of nowhere, you make this awesome song.
Thanks,
like,
man.
did you make the full beat? And like your vocals came in, and like I showed my girlfriend, who I've been dating for 20 years. Her name's Natalie.
Okay, we get it.
And she was so impressed, and it was about your girlfriend. For those that don't know, and I'm sure in that moment she was like, "Please marry me right now," because it was freaking good.
Was Natalie jealous? Like, how come you haven't made a song?
Yeah,
about
Natalie
me?
was really jealous, and she asked if you were single, and I said no. So break this song down for us. Do you got new music coming too?
I mean, I've been working on some stuff, just kind of messing around.
He just recently moved, so
Yeah, I just went back to my parents' basement and took the room that Aaron just moved out of.
Yeah.
But yeah, before that, like when I was quarantined, because Dalton had that COVID thing going on,
allegedly.
which wasn't fun.
Your roommate Dalton.
Yeah.
We're not saying
Is
his
that
last
why you
name.
moved out?
No, I mean, I was planning on it. I was actually planning on it before that, but then he came down with it, and I had to stay longer. and he was like, "Pay me more money," and I was like, "Okay."
So, like, do you make everything in the song? And you do everything.
All the noises.
Yeah, it's just kind of like.
So do you know how to play the drums and like?
Well,
everything?
I have a drum set, but I kind of just automate the drums and the thing in the
Do you use your
Ableton software
synth on
I
it?
use. Yeah, I have a synth.
Do you use Fruit Loop or what do you use?
I use Ableton.
I've never heard
It's
of
kind
it.
of it's really good for like beats and like looping stuff.
Welcome
but
to the music hour.
yeah, I like recording guitar and stuff in there. But so like when I started working full time, I kind of wanted like a hobby or something, and like I always wanted to learn how to play guitar, and I had tried like in 7th grade or something, and like I knew like the basics, but then
Play Crazy Train. I remember that.
yeah, that's Crazy Train's always a good one. Yeah, just whip that out at parties.
Yeah. What is-
All girls love a good Ozzy Osbourne impersonation.
Yeah.
That's why I always eat bats at parties. Or just liquefy my teeth and eat those.
Oh my gosh.
What?
Anyway, just keep going. I don't know if he's ever done that.
So then after a year of taking like guitar lessons, I like learned some from my teacher, which was kind of cool. But then just kind of like stopped that and like focused more on like learning like guitar and bass. And I mean, like I don't think I can sing that well. Which
I disagree. I thought you sounded good.
Thanks. That's like probably the worst, like the thing I'm worst at. But it's hard.
Do you have any new music coming out soon, or working on anything?
I've been working on a few songs, just kind of messing around on stuff.
Few.
Yeah. I mean, I had some other songs on there. They're not about my girlfriend. They're more about like space and like the moon and stuff. Kind of like that psych rock.
Your girlfriend
Yeah,
in space.
I like it.
Yeah. But everyone's always like, why are you making your vocals so echoey on those songs?
They just don't know.
They sound pretty echoey.
Yeah, I mean, it's still good.
It's probably easier to sing when you're like kind of like spaced out in the back, like you were. You know, 'cause like you can kind of hide your vocals.
Oh yeah, you can throw some reverb on there and not
Yeah,
sound as
like,
bad for sure.
Have some reverb, put it in the back.
Yeah, just put some reverb on it. I just
Not
learned
that
word.
you need to do that, but it's if you
It definitely
if you
helps.
think your singing is less good than the other parts, then why wouldn't you do that?
Yeah.
Like Tame Impala does that, and he's got a great
Do you
voice.
draw a lot of inspiration from Tame Impala?
Yeah, I mean like I like Tame Impala, like his kind of like he does it by himself. I mean like I like to jam with like Thomas and stuff.
Yeah.
And like other musicians, that's fun, but like like when I'm making music, I mean you can always do it alone. It's not that bad.
It's kind of, I feel like you just needed a hobby to do outside work because, I'm in that same boat where it's like, all right, I work and now what do I do? So that's why I game and also made a podcast.
Yep.
That's how I learned cherry wine. Come home and like watch YouTube videos for a few hours and just practice.
Yeah.
Yeah, lately I've been I was trying to come up with some funny hobby, but
Dude, just pick up a guitar.
no, I've got plenty of hobbies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wakeboarding.
Yeah, I saw you doing flips.
Trying.
Yeah, I'm trying to learn a new flip right now, and I've been working on it for like 4 years, and it's really starting to get me down.
He was really close yesterday, though.
Yeah, it's getting in my head.
I mean, better than I could do.
Yeah, but no, my favorite hobby is probably just coming home and playing with Melly, scratching her.
Just chilling.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes I play Xbox.
Yeah.
Hey, did you guys watch the basketball tournament, TBT?
Yeah, I watched Joe Johnson, which is totally unfair.
Okay, well, they lost, so.
I know, but still.
Yeah, so the best game of the whole tournament was it was Overseas Elite, which is the team Joe Johnson is on, a 7-time NBA All-Star, head and
Played,
shoulders above anybody else.
What, 15, 16?
18 years in the league.
Yeah.
And the team that they were playing against was full of like
Heard that.
alumni from Marshall University. So one of those
We are Marshall.
one of those alumni, his name's John Elmore, and he absolutely scorched Wichita State to get us out in the first round of the tournament 3 years ago when we had 6 seniors and Landry Shamet starting at point guard. So I thought we were going to make a deep run, and then John Elmore cooked us.
Oh, yeah.
What is this, 3-on-3 tournament or
No,
something?
it's not
No.
the basketball tournament. It's 5-on-5. It's a bunch of college alumni or overseas professional.
Is this what was here last year?
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
Shockers
Wichita
tournament?
broke the record for it.
But I know.
But so anyways,
yeah,
so
I
John
know.
has a cousin or maybe a brother
It's his brother.
named Ott Elmore, who's
Here it is. I'm showing Alec. I pulled him up.
pause this podcast right now and look up Ott Elmore. It's spelled O-T.
OT.
So he's like about 5'10",
OT.
190, probably actually like 220 pounds of lovin'.
He's
And so he's this fat little white dude, and he
Balls?
he was okay.
He
at
tried.
best. But it was hilarious because the cameramen kept going back and forth from Joe Johnson to Ott to Joe to Ott.
that was such an unfair matchup.
There was
Like,
one time where
no
Ott
stopping him.
switched to Joe.
He was on him for a while. That's
Yeah.
the thing, like the whole game. And it just was so not fair.
It was
It's like-
hilarious.
NBA, one-time All-Star, can still play at like a super high level versus a guy that looked like he played college basketball?
Yeah, it's hard to believe that guy that I just looked at played college basketball.
It's kind of like Aaron in church league basketball. Aaron goes out there every Wednesday night and just
So,
looks like Russell Westbrook out there.
I wish. But yeah.
Yeah, Aaron and I play basketball on this court. It's carpet.
It's carpet
We play on
courts.
carpet.
It hurts.
It's pretty retro.
Yeah, it hurts a lot. Hey, I was thinking about this the other day. Would you guys rather take $10,000 or would you rather see like your future within the 5 year? Like in 5 years, you see your future, and so you know everything.
Not $10,000 easily.
Is it
No
just your
question.
future or is it the
It's your
future of the
future.
whole world?
No, your future. Like you see.
So I can't like judge the stock market, or can I assume
We're
that
doing some Back to Future stuff.
No, you
Or
can't.
can I
You
assume
can't
that
the
change.
sports almanac.
You can't change anything. You just know where you would be at in
you
5
can't
years.
change the future?
No.
Oh, well, I don't even want to know.
Well,
where
why
I
would
am
you
in
want to
5
know?
years.
Because then you couldn't. If the only advantage of looking at the future would be to say, "Hey, I can adjust this,"
I don't know.
so that's not worth it.
Listen,
10
I just
grand
made
easy.
this. I made this question up on the drive home. I was trying to think of
Well,
podcast.
think about.
Man, we're really scraping the bottom of the barrel now.
why.
I'm just kidding.
I'm trying to think of like good questions, but sorry, I get made fun of. I'm gonna
Come
quit.
on, man.
I'm gonna quit this podcast and start a new
Boo.
one.
You should say like you get $2,000 and you get to see the future.
Why'd you get $2,000 and get to see the
I don't
future?
know.
Would it still? It'd probably still be
Hey,
$10
$1 million
grand for you
It's a little more
if you can't
incentive.
change
$1
anything.
million or $1 million and you see the future.
Probably
$1
$1 million.
probably no future.
Yeah. Mainly because I have.
Hey, what do you
none.
guys think of
Nothing
the
matters.
Tesla Cybertruck? Do you like the design?
I
think
like it.
Yeah, I think you guys are like some of the only people I know that actually
like
really
it?
like it.
Yeah. So at first I didn't like it because it caught me off guard, obviously, but I freaking
Whoa.
love it now.
Yeah, dude, I want one.
Yeah. So and when you like research it, it makes so much sense why it's shaped like that, because stainless steel frame and body can't be shaped and molded in the same way that you would like the fenders of a Ford. It would break the machine. So basically they have to break the steel
Essentially.
essentially and then shape it like that, and so that's why it's such hard edges.
Dude, but, the Ford Bronco, that thing looks
New
dope.
Ford Bronco is beautiful.
Those are cool.
I love
Yeah.
it.
Do you see like the Jeep release like their like an old version of a chair or a Wrangler like the next day though?
No, I
That
didn't see that.
it looks very similar to the Bronco though, or like it looks.
I don't know, man. I'd
More.
probably go with Ford Bronco.
I would too.
Would you rather have a 2021 Ford Bronco or a 1990 Ford Bronco?
2021 easily.
I'd rather have a 1960s Ford Bronco or like the
Yeah.
really old ones, like from the 60s.
Yeah.
But like,
Not the 90s.
think about driving that, man. No power steering.
Probably dangerous. I mean,
That's the first thing I thought of, because you have a giant steering wheel right here, and just
yeah,
easily.
but it looks dope.
I had a friend who had a 60s Bronco that in high school totally restored all of it. By the end of it, he put about 80 grand into it and
80 grand?
into this Ford Bronco to fully restore it. And he was like,
Which one? What kind? Like old? Or
yeah, it was like
90s?
60s.
Okay, yeah.
And so he was like, yeah, dude, I don't think this was a good idea. I could have just gotten a Nissan GTR for the amount of money I put in this. But
did he
honestly,
sell it?
I think it was worth. Yeah, he sold it
For more or for?
80
I'm sure.
grand.
I think he lost money on it. I don't.
Yeah, that's a lot of money.
Dang.
Yeah, but I would say I would rather take a current one because I don't have enough money to like buy a second car on top of having a 60s Ford Bronco.
Yeah, something
would
reliable. You
just-
need something reliable.
Financially, it'd be more responsible to take a new one, but
Dude, that's like 30 grand for that kind of car.
yeah, I think their starting price for the 2021 is like 35, but they have like
Yes, yeah, they have like 8 packages. I saw.
for the 2-door and 4-door. They have so many
There's-
different packages.
That's so much. I think like you have to get with like 3 tiers up if you want it to be like non-base or like actually have cool stuff in it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was like
I know
42.
the last 2 tiers have a supercharged engine,
Which
which
is freaking nice.
I mean, it's not a V8. I would like if they thrown a V8 in the 4-door, but supercharged. I mean, basically,
Would you get a 4-door?
yeah, I'd get a 4-door. And I honestly,
You planning on having kids or what's going on?
would the 2-door be better to have kids? No, 4-door. You want to throw them in the back seat?
So you are planning to have kids?
Yeah, I'm gonna have 15 of them.
Oh,
Have a little
whoa.
army.
You're gonna need a lot of
Nice.
Broncos, man. 15. That's
Gonna
like
have to
4
have-
Broncos.
Yeah,
You're
you
gonna
got
have to
like
buy some
you can
real
play
Broncos
basketball,
to-
like 2 teams.
you got subs.
Yeah.
You're gonna have, all right, we're 3 platoons of 5.
Out of
Cutthroat.
15 kids, one of them has to be more athletic than Ott Elmore.
Oh,
One of them's got to be better.
I would hope so.
I drive a Subaru Outback.
Yeah, when did you
it's-
get that? I saw that out there. It looks brand new.
It's a 2016, but I would say it's the ultimate road machine. Like, pretty much do anything.
Yeah,
You know?
Super
I remember.
Outback's one of the
I
best
remember
cars
when he
ever
bought
made.
it. He literally
Period.
like me and my mom were at home. My dad wasn't there. I think it was, but then like Alex sent me and my mom a text. He's like, I just bought this car. It's just like nothing else.
send
It's
a
just like,
photo?
it's just like, wait, what? Yeah, you just sent us a photo. I was like, nice, dude. Like, I was very confused by it.
Aaron, when you were car shopping, so for context, both of these guys went from junkers to like some of the nicest cars. Like,
I mean,
like not
affordable.
excluding like luxury cars, but like some of the nicest like affordable.
You don't think mine's a luxury? I think it's a very luxury.
Well, it's an. I'm trying to compliment your car, man. Just
I know.
Thanks, Reed.
anyways,
Keep
while you
going
guys
up-
were
hey,
shopping
can you
for
keep
your
going
great
up close?
cars, you both made great picks. As a fan of cars, I can tell you that. But did your parents help you shop at all, or
No.
you guys both were just that independent that you just went for it?
Well, you can go first.
I showed up at Subaru Wichita on Memorial Day weekend or something, whichever one was like in May. And
Labor. Is it May?
Memorial Day.
Was it Memorial?
Labor Day's fall,
Oh.
I think. I don't know. Whatever. And like I was just talking to some guy that called me on the phone, and I mean he was showing me these
cold call
cars. Well, it was like online. You could like show interest on stuff, and they'd call you, and he'd be like, "Hey, tell me when you come out here." And I mean, like I was talking to this guy, and we like went and picked it up from another lot, which was kind of awkward. I mean, it was just like I was in the car with him for like 20 minutes,
Oh,
like
that's
in
the
this other
worst.
car, and we
Yeah,
just.
how you doing?
But
So this Drywall?
You like Tame
yeah,
Impala?
I mean,
What's
some
your favorite
blast some
sub
Tame
shop?
Impala in
Yeah.
here.
You ever go to XY?
He was like, tell me about his family and like how he partied at KU and stuff, and I was like, cool.
And now he's working
sick.
at Subaru.
Yeah, I mean he's a chill guy, and
Nothing
then I
wrong
called
with
my
working at
dad and I was
Subaru.
like, hey, I think I'm gonna get this car if you want to come check it out. And my dad wouldn't even look the salesman in the eye or anything. He was like,
Why not?
He wouldn't even talk to him. I don't know. He just thought he was like trying to like.
He's
run
like-
me-
He's like, why would I? The salesman's not my friend. He's trying
Yeah.
to take money from me.
yeah,
It's true. It's him versus him.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
That's the problem when you think the sales guy's got your best interest at heart.
No.
False.
Yeah.
No.
Oh
I'm just
yeah,
kidding.
for sure.
No,
He
I
was just
think-
telling me what I wanted to hear.
Yeah. He said they look pretty too, which was kind of odd.
Yeah.
Not even about the car. When I bought mine,
Wait. So we're
okay.
yeah. We'll get there. But I got
Yes,
a question
sir.
for Alex.
Okay.
So had you been looking for a while, or was this kind of spontaneous? Like you just put your interest and then you're like, yeah, okay, I'll get a new car.
Well,
He
I had
spun
been
the
working for
roulette
probably
wheel.
a year at that point, and I was just kind of like saving up and stuff.
Oh,
and then
okay.
looking, but I actually sold my Civic on Facebook Marketplace, and the dude that bought it, like I felt really bad. Like this car got me through like 3 years of college or whatever, like driving like I don't know, like 60 miles a day or whatever it is. And this guy shows up and he's like, yeah, I'm really excited about the Civic, you know, because like they're good cars. And he's like, so you've been driving it all over town, right? And I was like, yeah. He's like, do I need to test drive it? And I was like, I would probably suggest it. And he was like, no, it's okay. I'll take you for your word. And I was like, all right, dude. So I sold it to him. And then
For how
like,
much?
We don't like to talk about money
Yeah,
on this
we're not talking
podcast.
we're not talking about money.
Well, come on.
All right, I sold it to him for like $2,800, right?
And he didn't test drive it for
He didn't test drive
$2,800.
He didn't test drive it. And then-
That's wild.
so I got a call like a month later, and like this because he bought it for his son, who was like I think the kid was like out of high school or something, and he's like yelling at me on the phone. He's like, the transmission went out, and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, and like it was just like a really awkward situation, and like he's like, this must have been going out for months, and I was like, I couldn't tell. I was just driving it, man, and then like I ended up giving him money back just because like.
You're way too nice. I wouldn't have done that.
Yeah, I felt bad, man. I mean,
You're a really good person for doing that. I'm serious. That's cool. One time I had a mini motorcycle, and
When?
in middle school, but it went like 60 miles an hour. But it was
gosh.
really, it
That's
was really
not
short,
safe
so
at
I
all.
outgrew
like one of
it.
those tiny ones.
Yeah, it was a little crotch rocket.
Oh, God.
Yeah, mini bike.
We have a-
Sold it
story
to
about
this
that.
guy who had a DUI, and he was like, "Hey man, like, where are the tags on this thing?" I was like, "What do you mean? It's a crotch rocket. It doesn't have tags."
Asking a middle schooler.
Well, he didn't ask me. I mean,
it's-
I wasn't.
you got a registration?
but he asked for
title?
the tags and the
Like the
title,
title?
and stuff. Like, what do you think this is? And so he bought that to start driving to work because he got a DUI.
Oh.
Makes sense. I mean, that's why you see a lot of people riding mopeds, don't they?
I
Yeah,
mean, you
that's
still
why I
need
have
a
them on
driver's
there.
license. You can't drive those on a DUI.
Oh, never
But people
mind.
just.
That's just what I assumed.
So, Aaron, did you buy your car from dealership, Craigslist?
Yeah.
Did you look the salesman in the eye?
So
That's funny that he did that.
my cousin up in KC is like a big car guy, works for Tesla as like a service tech. So like obviously I was gonna go where I was like texting him. I was like, hey, I'm interested in cars or like getting a new car. And I was taking him with me. I went like one weekend to check out the Honda Civic because I was like, I want a Honda, of course, naturally, as a Honda man. That's the only thing I've driven. And then I didn't really think about like, man, I don't really have that much money for a down payment. And I was like, shoot, I might buy this car today. And then Cody luckily talked me out of it and just like kind of opened my eyes. I was like, man, that's really smart. Like maybe I probably won't be looking for cars any much longer. Just wouldn't be smart. I think 2 weeks later, he sent me a link for the car I have now, which is like the Jetta. He's like, yo, look at this price. And it was like a really good deal for like, it's a year old. It was like 17,000 or something, maybe a little bit more. And they just took more money off. I was like, okay. He sent me on a Tuesday. I was like, man, I really want to check this out. And then it came to Saturday, and I didn't have any plans because like I don't have too many friends up there. And I was like,
Or
I
here.
might, yeah, okay, jerk. It was like Saturday morning. I was like, I don't have any plans. I'll go test drive it, see what happens. Test drove it, started liking it,
Oh, no.
and I took it out. And they're like, yeah, you can drive it around if you want to. I took it to my cousin. He's like, yeah, man, it's a good car. Like if you can afford it. I was like, I can. And then I went and picked up my aunt because I was like, I know she's gonna get the most money for me, and like she was playing
Is she,
hardball with him. She
Yeah,
was like,
she-
no,
she
we want
negotiated.
this. Yeah, I brought her to negotiate.
Yeah.
Salesman did not like me for that because she was like, no. She was like, we like this price, but we want this one.
Yeah. And she
like-
was looking at his forehead when she said it, too. She would make eye contact.
Yeah. No, she actually didn't talk at all. She would just write it on a piece of paper.
Slide it back to him.
But yeah, so she helped me get some money off. So shout out to my aunt. But yeah, it's a really nice car. It's a lot newer, and I'm actually older than my car now because my last car was older than me. Yeah.
Yeah, you both have sweet cars.
Yeah, if anyone's looking for a 96 Honda
96
Accord,
Honda Accord.
it's sitting in our driveway.
Please.
Oh, you haven't sold it yet?
No, it's my dad. Dude, we're in the middle of a pandemic. What do you expect me to do?
Dude,
Sell
business
it?
still runs right
A
now.
lot of people need a real cheap car right now. That
I mean, that's up to Jerry, and it's as is. I'm not paying for a transmission if it goes out. I'm not that
Dang.
nice.
Yeah, Alex, I probably would have hung up on him like immediately.
Yeah, I just
I'm
felt
proud
really
of you, though.
bad.
You did the right thing.
Dude, he's gonna probably write on your Facebook wall if you didn't.
No, I had to
And, like,
block him after that.
Oh yeah, that's probably for the best.
Just keep hitting you up for more money. Hey, man.
Yeah.
I actually popped one of the tires while I was off-roading.
Yeah, actually,
you know how much a new transmission costs?
A lot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know because we
Like-
put one in the Honda. So if you're
Yeah,
listening,
it's
The
on the
transmission
Honda,
probably costs as much as that car.
no,
Like,
it was probably more.
yeah.
Nah.
It was
They
probably,
sent us the quote.
I'm going to guess 2,500.
We put a new transmission in my car, the Honda that I'm selling, so it's still good, and it was definitely way more than what the car's worth. That was,
Dang. Why would you do that? Why wouldn't
Yeah,
you just
why
take it
would
to
you
a
just sell it
junk,
to a
junk shop?
scrapyard?
Yeah.
Tell Dad that. I don't know, dude. He
I
wouldn't
mean,
let me.
You
sell
wouldn't have
it.
a car payment. That's nice.
Dude, my 2007 Scion TC, it had a problem with getting enough fuel to the engine, and so I blew one engine. Same thing happened again. Got $800 for it. It had like 100,000 miles and only.
Oh,
and it was
that's
a
all it had?
2007.
100,000 miles? on it?
110 maybe. Well, actually, I mean, I got a new engine, so it was like it went from like 110
That takes like 10 years
to
off
like
of it.
90 or something, and then the second engine blew too because there was a problem with the fuel line and it wasn't getting enough oil to it, and so sold it for $800 after putting a
Dang.
brand new engine in it, or not brand.
Dude.
It was a used engine, but it was
Yeah.
a new used.
That's a raw deal.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That's
Well, fortunately, my dad. Well, it was his money, not mine. 'Cause
Thank you,
I don't
Joe.
have any money or
Thank you,
work
Miss-
for.
Thank you, Mr.
anything.
Hutt.
Thanks, Mr. Hutt. Hey, buy a pepperoni pizza, large, 2-topping, $10.99 right now from Pizza Hut. Tell
so
them
Reed
that
can buy a
Drywall
new,
sent you.
so Reed can buy a new car.
Yeah.
Dang. This is a lot better, I think, with the. I don't know if you guys are gonna be able to tell, but we have 3 different mics now. We used to do in-person podcast with one mic, and we're all just chilling around it.
We used to huddle around it like it was a bonfire, but Aaron likes spending money on this, so he just keeps buying more stuff.
I gotta invest in it so we can actually make money. That's the thing.
Yeah, shout out to my girlfriend Danielle. She's very beautiful.
Okay. All right, man. Did you like text
Have you
her
been
like,
waiting
hey?
40 minutes to say that?
like, don't worry,
Alex prepared things he wanted to say for this
babe.
podcast.
I'll shut you out. They won't see it coming.
He had a whole list of things he prepared for this podcast.
Do you have
and
anything?
10 of them were shout Danny out.
Yeah. Dude, Alex got her dad watching Real Bros of Simi Valley.
Oh yeah.
I don't even think that's funny. Does your dad like it?
He thinks it's really dumb. He's laughing at me and Aaron laughing at it, I think.
Yeah.
And he's like, I don't know. He thinks the "do you burn" thing is like hilarious. And like there's like this one scene where the guy was like, it was Jimmy Tatro laying on the bed, and like Cody Ko was like, I think you should go talk to her, bro. And like he was like, maybe I should go talk to her. And they said that like 20 times or whatever. And my dad was like cracking up at that. But
that's
like,
funny. My dad watches what's the Steve Harvey Family Feud? Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Yeah, he watches that every night just on repeat because there's no sports right now.
Are they doing? They're not doing live episodes, are they?
Oh no, they're all reruns. But so he's watching Family Feud every night, and I walk up there and I'm like, Dad, I could list off 10 funnier shows right now. He's like, I like it. It's like,
does he know all the answers?
Do you want to be Steve Harvey? No, he doesn't know the answers. But
survey says.
I went to high school with a girl whose her celebrity crush was Steve Harvey. What? Not ironically either. She was
it the
really
mustache?
attracted to Steve Harvey. I think it was probably the charisma.
Yeah.
He does have a lot of that.
Yeah, he's also good at like getting the winners wrong, you know. Whenever he gave, was it Miss Teen Pageant or whatever, Miss America or Miss Worldwide, I don't know, Pitbull.
What do you guys think of beauty pageants? I think they're pretty stupid and
I think they're rigged because I've never won one, but that's a tale for another time.
I don't know. I think it's really weird if you send your 13-year-old daughter into like a competition that requires her walking down an aisle in a bikini.
Oh yeah, it's definitely weird.
Really uncomfortable
with the kids
to me.
thing.
I would never put my children through that.
Yeah.
What about Dance Moms?
I haven't seen it.
Neither have I.
Same. Is that the same thing as like the?
I mean, it's
the pageant moms, like Honey Boo Boo thing.
Yeah, I think it's the same thing as that. I mean,
we're gonna get some pretty intelligent.
We're probably gonna get some angry listeners like commenting. That's not what it is.
My daughter was in a beauty pageant, and she learned a lot from it.
Hey, I was in one of those once.
Hey, I was homecoming queen because I was in a beauty pageant, so it paid off for me. The thousands of dollars on dresses that I spent.
Dang,
it's just so weird.
I solved world peace in my beauty pageant because that was my answer for what I wanted for my birthday.
Do they do talent in beauty pageants?
Yeah,
they do like everything, man.
How does that make sense though?
Talent show.
But
I like watching the ones where like they were asking. There's that one clip where they're asking that chick about like the United States Middle East like foreign policy. Like they ask them questions like that, and it's just like, what?
Yeah, just boom right over their head.
Okay, honestly, those questions, some of them are pretty hard. Like if you went up to a stranger on the side, I don't know if they're prepped with the questions. I assume that they have an idea of what it could be about.
Talk about world peace.
But if you went up to a stranger, I mean, you'd get worse answers than those girls.
How do you feel about the protests in Hong Kong?
How do I?
How do you feel about
the
war?
NBA players that.
No, they can't talk about it. LOL.
Yeah, that's a good South Park episode.
Dude, that's next season of South Park. It's gonna be wild.
I wish it was like live right now.
Yeah.
I don't know.
No.
Have you guys seen Nathan For You?
No. Oh yeah, dude, I love that show. It's so good.
I haven't.
I was actually showing Dad it the other day.
Yeah, I just watched my first episode today. This guy created this coffee shop called Dumb Starbucks.
Yeah.
Just
was it? They only have coffee.
No,
it's like one thing of option.
No,
coffee.
It's he tried making it as much like a Starbucks as he could, but putting the word "dumb" in front of it. And
I'll take a dumb venti.
It's like parody law, right?
Yeah, it was parody law, and it caught on in the news, and people started like questioning it, like, is this the latest Banksy piece? Like this,
Banksy.
and these people are like, this art really speaks to me. Like, it's like sticking.
So it's an
into
actual like
corporations and
store.
stuff. Yeah. So this guy
it's
is
a coffee shop, dude.
Yeah, it's like a reality TV show almost, but it's like super scripted, but people's reactions are real. So he opens Dumb Starbucks, and then like that people were reselling cups from Dumb Starbucks on eBay for like $500.
Oh, what?
Yeah, because they thought it was like some Banksy piece, like some intricate thing. Nope, it was just this idiot.
Like the banana hanging up on the wall.
Yeah, that's so stupid.
I can make so much better things. I put an apple up there.
You guys know who Andy Warhol is?
Yeah.
I've heard of him.
Yeah, quick pop art lesson. He's the guy that like did the Campbell's can and
Oh,
a bunch of stupid
didn't
art
know that?
pieces like that.
didn't we look at his book?
Yeah.
The Marilyn Monroe piece where he just took a portrait of her that had already been done and just put some colors and extra lines on it.
Art, man.
So stupid. I don't really appreciate a lot
Well,
of
dude,
art.
I think Millie just had a nightmare. She just woke up.
There's this. So if you go to what's that place called? What's that place called in Kansas City?
It's like your house or my
No,
house.
it's not that.
The
It's-
Nelson Watkins Museum?
No, it's like the industrial
Nelson
like
Atkins.
it's the
Atkins?
industrial
What's that?
furniture place.
I don't know.
The one that we went to, right? It was your house.
It's not your. It's the one right next to it. I don't know, but they have an Andy Warhol like
It's in
Polaroid
Leawood.
book,
Oh,
and that's
yeah.
kind of cool because it's. I mean, it's like all these like famous people you hung out with, which is like it's just weird.
Yeah.
It's from like the 60s and 70s, and it's just like a bunch of photos. He
Definitely
took.
interesting.
Yeah, I had to write a painting or I had
You
to
had to
write
make a painting about
I
him?
had to write a
Painting.
paper about him, and towards the end of his career, he started making some really weird stuff, like my friend Colin Allen
Like
from
the
Go
drugs really
Create,
kept up with
same
him.
type of work.
Oh, that kind of work.
Whoa. What did he do? I'm just kidding.
See,
Go Created
see Pod
something.
episode 12.
Yeah.
That is pretty weird, man. To go from Go Create to that, like he had an OnlyFans. That's what he was doing.
Basically, yeah.
It wasn't an OnlyFans. It was his own
It
website.
was
and
OnlyFans,
like
but it was
deep
free.
fried.
Deep fried. He was making deep fried photos.
Deep fried. Hey. Check out my OnlyFans of my deep fried penis pics.
Whoa.
Starting now, we're gonna start posting shirtless, deep fried memes of Aaron. He's gonna feel real.
Do the laser eyes on him for sure.
Laser eyes, laser
Dang.
nips.
That was a good meme.
Dude, you got to rejoin our meme group, Reed.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm in a meme group me with these guys and
Were.
some older guys. I was, yeah.
The
And
fellowship.
I put some fire memes in there, but one of them I forgot. I saved it straight from REDIT or some website like that.
What?
I can't remember the name of it.
Wait, what?
Some website. I don't know the name of it.
What does it have on it?
I don't know.
Huh.
It was like
iFunny. It was called iFunny.
Yeah, but
So
it was
you get your
spelled
memes?
REDIT.
R-E-D. I can't put those together.
I hate
Keep
that I
going.
brought that joke up.
I'm so happy you did. Keep going, though.
Yeah, I don't really like
I
that
saved
joke.
it and I didn't crop it, and since I didn't crop it, I removed myself, and now it won't let me.
Dude, that's
rejoin it.
rule number one. You got to crop
Wait,
your memes.
I tried adding you back, and it said you're
We
not
can't.
allowed.
Well, this is
Yeah, I don't
this is
know.
a talk
I
for
think
like
my
after the
memes were too
pod.
fire.
Yeah.
Your memes are so fire.
this
They're
is-
like, we got to lock this guy out.
Yeah, lock him out. Memes are-
Dude. Well, hey, we're coming towards the end. What's your guys' songs of the week? Because this is gonna be our longest episode.
Oh yeah. Well, thanks for coming, Alex. This
What-
felt like a quick one.
Yeah, what's your song
Yeah, it
of the
went by
week?
pretty fast. I would say shout out to my boy Ron Gallo, and it's "Hide Myself Behind You." It's just a,
Do you want to play a little bit?
I guess.
Yeah, play a little bit. And for those of you that don't know, we have playlists on Spotify and Apple, but they have different names.
Should we?
Play
I
your
think
song, and then
mine's-
I'll bring up the names.
I don't know if it's coming through. I don't know if it came
That's a
through.
cool song. I like
but
that.
yeah, go check it out.
Well, it's good vibes.
Yeah. The playlist I made is called "Holes in Your Drywall" by Reed Lynett on Apple Music.
I did HIYD Song of the Week on Spotify.
Yeah.
It makes more sense.
Well, on Apple
So
Music, you can't look up.
Mono
Anyways,
e mono.
Oh no.
my song of the week is called "Brown Eyed Lover" by Alan Stone.
Brown Eyed Girl, love that song.
No, Brown Eyed. It's this white dude that he's got long hair.
Just play the song.
Will this last or just come and go?
I picked a bad starting point. I just went to halfway through the song.
That sounds pretty far in there.
Here. We'll go a little bit further. You know what? I quit. I didn't find a good part of that song.
I have
But
my
it gets
song.
real soulful.
Took me. Is this
hell?
Is this whole
Sounds so full.
15?
Thanks, Alex.
Is this whole 15?
14.
One of these. Took me 14, whatever, to do a Tiny Meat Gang song. We're gonna do Walkman.
Oh, no.
Wow,
come on,
I can't
man.
believe you waited this long.
Oh, come on. This is Walkman, so deal with it.
Oh. Yeah.
Yeah, Josh Miller actually showed me the song the other day when we were quarantined together.
Why'd you play the Cody's part?
That was a Noel. Try again.
Well,
But
no, the first part was Cody.
no.
Anyways, I can't stand Cody in Tiny Meat Gang. If it was just Noel, it would be 1,000 times better.
Okay, well, who cares? And go look it up. Alex, do you have anything else you want to add that you want to shout out, or your
Yeah,
girlfriend
get it off
again? Who
your
knows?
chest.
Yeah, I love you, Danielle.
Do you want people to go check out your SoundCloud? Did you make those songs public?
Yeah, they're public. I mean, you can if you want to. If not, that's chill too.
No, go check them out because it's really he's being humble,
Nah.
Yeah, that was really good.
Yeah.
Hey, over under polygamy.
All right, we'll see you next week.
You know.
Good pod.